soldiers. I'm Vaughn, and this is Swag Fitness, or Soldiers Walking Along with God. How should our identity in Christ affect the way that we live? What is identity? It's the collective aspect of the set of characteristics by which something is definitively known. If we identify with Christ, then we should showcase characteristics that show we are in fact of Him. The term Christian, in fact, means follower of Christ. And if you're a Christian, you should be showcasing your light. And that is, in fact, today's title, Showcasing Your Light. To call yourself a Christian is to literally be striving to follow in Christ's footsteps. 1 John 2:5-6. We truly love God only when we obey Him as we should, and then we know that we belong to Him. If we say we are His, we must follow the example of Christ. This is why we cannot live the way we did before coming to know Christ. Galatians 2:20. I have died, but Christ lives in me, and I now live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave His life for me. Did you know that you could have a happier life? Did you know you could be more at peace if you strive to walk as Jesus walked? See, sin robs us of both that peace and happiness that we seek. But being of Christ means that we are saved from sin, and sin no longer bounds us. Being of Christ means that we can no longer live as the rest of the world does. Ephesians 4:17-23. This one's a long one, so please bear with me. As a follower of the Lord, I order you to stop living like stupid, godless people. Their minds are in the dark, and they are stubborn and ignorant, and have missed out on the life that comes from God. They no longer have any feelings about what is right, and they are so greedy that they do all kinds of indecent things. But that isn't what you were taught about Jesus Christ. He is the truth, and you heard about Him and learned about Him. You were told that your foolish desires will destroy you, and that you must give up your old way of life with all its bad habits. Let the Spirit change your way of thinking. As a believer, right, our spirit is one with Christ. The old man has died, and the new man lives. However, you must understand that being a Christian means the flesh will fight this assimilation. And Paul gives a perfect example in Romans 7:22-23. With my whole heart I agree with the law of God, but in every part of me I discover something fighting against my mind, and it makes me a prisoner of sin that controls everything I do. We are to walk in the Spirit instead of by the flesh, for the two are opposed to one another. Being a follower of Christ means no longer leaning on your own understanding because it's flawed and darkened. The more a believer is led by the Spirit, the less power the flesh will have over that person. we are encouraged to make choices for the spiritual good of not only ourselves, but for everyone else around us, and to glorify God with our actions. Being a believer means putting off your old self and putting on your new one created after God's likeness. Our identity in Christ is a direct result of our faith in Him. And that faith and trust should continue on for a lifetime. No one comes into perfect alignment with the Spirit immediately, or easily for that matter. As believers, if the Spirit is willing, right? The Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. It's a daily battle in our lifetime. We are saturated with the world daily, and it's important to note, though we are of Christ, we are still influenced by the world. This is why it's important we let God lead us by His Spirit, and by His Word. And that brings us to a close for today's video showcasing your light. Guys, if this video spoke to you, and if you like what we had to say today, please feel free to leave any kind of questions, comments, or suggestions that you guys, the viewers, might have. I want to hear from each and every one of you. Leave any kind of questions, comments, or suggestions that you might have, and I'll do my best to answer each and every one. That's a promise, guys. And if you're new to this channel, you know what I'm about to say. I want you to click that subscribe button, but don't just stop there. There's also another button that you have to press, and that button is called the notification bell. Now, if that bell does not look like it is ringing or vibrating, that means you're not going to get any notifications sent to you. Click on that bell, and once you do, you'll get notifications sent to you anytime I upload a video, so you don't have to miss a single one. And don't just stop there. That's not all you got to do. I want you see that button? It looks like this. Give us a thumbs up, like this video, and don't just stop there. Share this content with anyone and everyone you know. We want to do our best to get our message out there to anyone who is willing to listen. Always remember what Swag Fitness stands for. Yes, fitness is important, but more important is our continued growth and our faith in Christ. And know that that growth is not just for you, it's for everyone else as well. You're blessed to go out and be a blessing to someone else. So help to spread the word. Okay? And I want to take this time to again thank each and every one of you for making it to the very end of this video, and for continuing to show your love, support, and encouragement. And know that it is greatly appreciated. And I love each and every one of you. And don't forget to check out our channel links above, right? Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Google+, and follow us on LinkedIn, right? And if you have any of those platforms, feel free to share this content with any and everyone you know. We want to do our best to get our message out there, right? Help to spread the word. And yo, if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, click that subscribe button, man. I promise you, content like this is going to continue to come, and it's going to get better. But I need help from you guys. And I need you to leave suggestions for anything you guys might want to see in the future. All right? But hey, that's all the time that we have for today. All right? But until next time, I want you guys to continue to be blessed. Continue to be a soldier. Be a soldier that walks along with God. And thank you all. God bless. And I want each and every one of you to go forth and have a wonderful day. All right? See you.
Can you endure?